Hey guys, welcome back to Red River Living. So today I'm going to show you all the process of taking this deer head right here and doing a European mount. The first thing I like to do is I use a hook razor blade, and I'm going to go all the way from the top of his head all the way to his nose. So I killed this deer this morning, and I did find out it's a lot easier to do this the day you kill it and not let it sit in a freezer for a year. So I will take the extra time and do it that day that I kill a deer, because this is 10 times easier to do it.
Oh, graphic.
Yep. So there's no right or wrong here. All you want to do is just get the skin off. So what I'm doing right here is just cutting a circle around the antlers with the little razor blade tool. What that's going to do is just help get the skin away from that. So if you look right here, I cut around the antler. I'm just going to take my knife, just come around, and that's just going to pull his skin away from that antler. So I got all the skin off. Now what I'm going to do is I got to still get the jaw off, get the tongue out. I'm going to get I'm going to try to get as much as meat as I can off, and after that we're going to stick the head in boiling water for about an hour or two, and then I'll get the pressure washer after it. Here, Brayden, what is this?
An eyeball. What's this?
Hey, show me.
An eyeball.
I know, just give me a second.
That's so easy. These.
You play with it? Ooh, what do you have?
An eyeball.
An eyeball? I'm going to go look for it. Maybe at the house. Maybe at the house. Brayden, hold on. There you go.
Eyeball in my hand.
Now go show Dee Dee.
You got one too, do you?
What is that?
You got one. Y'all got each other on the ball. So what I've came in here and done is I've got the tongue out and all, pretty much like where the brains are. I got all that taken out. It's kind of gross here. And you got to get all that off and then start scraping the meat right here to get this jaw loose. Once you get the jaw loose, there we go. So I got them skinned, got the jaw off, tongue out, everything in the back out, and all I'm going to do now is just put them into the boiling water. So we'll let them boil for an hour. Most important thing is you just don't want to get water on its horns right here. You just want to cover mostly the skull itself. So we've been letting the head boil for about an hour. Now we're just gonna fire up the pressure washer and try to get as much of the meat off as we can, and we're gonna also just be real careful about not pressure washing the horns here because it can damage it.
So Jared's finished up with the power washing of it. Now I'm just kind of looking over it a little bit. Just picking away at some of the stuff I see that we didn't get earlier. Right around these bases here, you just want to kind of clean up around them, just see how we did. And the bleaching a little bit will help take care of that. I'm working right here inside the sinuses of just a second here, trying to clean some of the sinuses out. If we just get out of the way now, I won't have to clean it out maybe later. So we kind of got him cleaned up here. Now the next stage is we use basically stuff out of the beauty school, and this is what we call volume 40, and it's a like a peroxide. It's a bleach, and it's more of a paste that I'm going to pour on it. It's set for 24 hours, and then we'll rinse it off with hot water, and it'll be bleached out and be a European mount at that point. One of the things you really want to be careful of is you do not want to get this stuff on you. If you get it on you, you need to get to some water and rinse it off pretty quick. So now I've poured it basically inside the cavity, and I've got it here in my pan now where it's poured out. And I'm just taking this paintbrush and just trying to just kind of get a coating of this on it. At times it doesn't seem like you really got much on him, but this stuff is really potent stuff. Like I said, it wasn't designed for this. But I had, oh boy, first time I ever did it, I used hydrogen peroxide. I went to the store and I don't know how many bottles of hydrogen peroxide I bought, but I bought hydrogen peroxide, and it just takes it longer. It does the same thing, it just takes it a lot longer. And then I was telling somebody what I was doing, and invited me over to his house, and he said, let me show you how I do it. And that's when I learned about this volume 40 stuff, and ever since then I've always just used this volume 40 paste basically to European mounted deer we kill. You know, and if tomorrow we the one thing I have learned about doing it this way, what you don't want to do is just let it set for more really than 24 hours. If you go the next day, you know, you can't get to it, it might be okay, but if you let it set more than 24 hours, you run a risk of it wanting to like almost chalk it. And I'm not sure what's happening there, but if you need to, hey, you rinse it off and you ain't happy with it, then start over. But I wouldn't just let it set on it much longer than that without rinsing it and starting over. I've taken a time on some of my older ones. Your bone basically has some oils in it, so over time they'll yellow back up, you know. And I've taken some of my older ones and, hey, gotten them hot again and boiled them a little bit just to get them kind of loosen the dust and stuff up on them, then turned around and put the volume 40 on them again and whiten them back up. And that's on some that might be 20 years old now. I take them cotton balls and I poke up in there to kind of stop him up a little bit, and then I'm going to take and come to the back side of him and try to pour this down his sinuses a little bit. Try to fill him up real good, and it takes a little extra of that to do that with, but you get a real good coating of it on him then. This is going to wrap tonight up right here. We're going to set him off to the side. I'd probably leave him out here in the shop, but the cats is going to be out here tonight, so I don't know if I'm going to leave him in the shop or not tonight. I think I might. Tomorrow we'll get out here and look at him and take him into the house to the sink and get the hot water hooked of him and see how he turns out tomorrow.
So before I get the water going, I'm going to remove the cotton balls that we stuck in last night to keep all the dye inside the sinuses. And there's also one that we put back here in the brain. So one of the last steps that I like to do is just inspect it, look it over, just because I do know that there is some cartilage still there. It just cleans it up by doing this. What I use is some little tools. They look like just dentist tools, and I just picked them up at our local Harbor Freight. Didn't cost very much. So here's a little piece that you can look at. It's not very much, but I like just picking it. It doesn't have to be done, but it just makes it look cleaner when it's up on a wall. So we got the deer head all finished up, got them hung up in the boys' bonus room up here. This is something my wife does around the house. It's just something unique. I thought the head turned out really good. I really hope y'all learned something from our video. If y'all would, just please like and subscribe. And we'll see y'all next time.